Okay. Okay, hold on. Well, at least it's knock on wood. Stable for the being. Stable for the being. I don't know if I should count that. Change all the stuff right, but I can't ban. Wait, you can't ban anyone? What? Oh. Hey, I think. Hold on. Hey, Seth. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Not as an editor. Yeah, but I thought you were mod on channel too. Where's the swag? I got my backpack. Oh. And then I also got a really cool laptop sleeve. And a really heavy laptop. Like, it's so heavy. But I know why it's there, or why it's so. Oh. But yeah, and I got socks. I got socks too. They're really comfortable socks. Yeah. Hey, have you had your final interview yet? Okay. Also, you renamed yourself Howling. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I like this name more than How Long. I got socks. I got socks with the company logo on it. How did you think you did? How did you think you did? All I know is my brain stalled on the last question on my last technical interview. Like, he asked me a question. I was like, I know how to do it this way, but I can see that this won't scale. And then I was like, I can't figure out how to scale it because you were bullied. Okay, well, I think this name is better. I think this name is better. Wait, did you change? Oh, you did. Hold on. You just changed your Discord name. Okay, well, I am sending positive vibes your way. I'm sending positive vibes your way. I hope that you do get an offer. Or compute. Hi, Tyzoid. Welcome in. Album. Okay, knock on wood. Knock on wood. It seems like we're better. Seems like we're better. Also, Howling. How did you miss first? Like 2 times. 2 times. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Mia. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't afford RAM either. My computer specs are actually somebody once said that my computer specs are like somebody put a Porsche engine in a Civic body with like all the Civic trim, because I have at the time it was the best processor, but I only have I think 8 gigabytes of RAM, and like it was very low quality RAM and then barely any memory. And then I did upgrade the graphics card, but the graphics card is pretty outdated now too. What are you talking about? I've been live? Okay, hold on. Okay. When do I ever go live before 8:30? Just saying. When do I ever go live before 8:30? Okay. I don't think I know how to do this, but I also think I do. So, I think what I want to do is, so my thought process is creating these nodes. Okay, so creating nodes with the children, right? And then storing in a dictionary. But the problem is if it has repeating. Wait, for binary tree, can the values ever be repeating? I guess it is another question. I think they can't. Oh, in a binary tree of unique values. Okay, wait. Okay, so this works. Store in a dictionary with the value of the head with the value of the head as key. Right? Hello, Castillo. Welcome in. Puppy. Yeah. My puppies are getting old though. So I'm like, so this is silly, guys. So the office is dog friendly, right? So I know like Twitch is also dog friendly. And I've seen Twitch's office for where for being dog friendly, and it's really cute. I really want to bring my dogs into the office, but I'm also like terrified that it'll be too distracting. And so then I don't want to bring my dogs into the office, but I also like I really want to because they're getting older and I feel like I don't have a lot of time left with them. And with my baby, it's been really hard to give them a ton of attention. So yeah. Hybrid. Dictionary is always the answer. Bring puppy. I know. I think I'm gonna do the first 3 months. I'm not gonna bring him because that's like the core learning, right? The first 3 months. 2 months? 3? Anyways, the first half is all about learning, and then I'll see how it is, and then I'll kind of go from there. But yeah, I really would love to be able to my puppies, but then I also have 2 of them, so I can't bring just 1. But then I'm like, I don't know how much work I'm gonna get done with 2. Like at my old job, I could bring them and I could fence them into my my what do you call it? My desk. But like from what I understand, it's an open concept office, so I wouldn't be able to fence them in. So, and there's no assigned desks, so I wouldn't like be able to like keep something there that they would naturally want to pedal on. So yeah, get my feet settled and swap off. But that's like separating the pack, you know? Like they're both okay. Granted, Blossom is pretty old and grumpy and doesn't really want to do much with Boba, but Boba is pretty she is definitely a pack animal. Blossom has always been more independent, but Boba is a pack animal, and you can tell, like, she doesn't like it when we're not all together. She gets stressed out. She is yeah, she gets stressed out. She like, yeah, she gets anxious, and I don't want to do that to her. Is there a puppy play area? Yeah, so there's a designated puppy area, but I also don't want to just let them out there because both of them have sensitive stomachs. So if there's any food or treats on the ground, which I don't think there would be, but you know, you never know. Somebody could accidentally drop it. It could cause a lot of issues with my dogs. Like one of them is in stage 1 kidney failure. She also has chronic pancreatitis. The other one has IBS or something, and she's always had IBS. Like, she's always had stomach issues. Yeah, so we're very careful about the treats. Like, I used to give them carrots and apples and tomatoes for treats, you know, like, or like berries for treats, or like, they never got really any of the processed like milk bones or anything like that, or like the rawhide stuff. Like I never really gave them any of that, and then because it made them sick. Sparkly, yeah, I accepted an offer and I actually start on Monday. It's an apprenticeship program, and I shared the swag. It had the company on it, but I'll make an official announcement on my Instagram, and for those of you who are on my LinkedIn, I will also make an official announcement I think after I start, once I'm like, oh wait, this is real. Yeah, I know. So I did final round interviews for both. I had gotten offered the job before I did the final round for the second company, or offered a spot in the apprenticeship before I started the final round interview. But it wasn't official. Like, I hadn't finished my background checks or anything like that before I took the final round. And yeah, like, so we're waiting to hear back from the other company, but I'm set on this company. Since I've signed the papers and I start and everything like that, but I also what's an apprenticeship program? So it's for non-traditional career pivoters to get a foot in the door, and most of them are really, really selective. Like, I don't know if they want me to share, but their name, so they can chime in if they want. But one of my community members actually went through Microsoft Leap, and so like Microsoft has one, LinkedIn has one, I think Amazon has started doing something in the States. So last time I looked, which was a year and a half ago, they only had it in Europe. So when I've been looking things up and finding like programs, I think Google recently started doing some in the States, but I don't think it's for software engineering. I know Amazon does it for Europe because I talked to somebody in Amazon who heads the apprenticeship program, and she specifically said it's only for Europe. And again, that was a year and a half ago though. Like Visa has an apprenticeship program as well for software engineering. Southwest has an apprenticeship program for software engineering. So like a lot of these bigger companies, like well-known companies, also Intuit has an apprenticeship program, but theirs is a rolling basis. So they are constantly hiring. And then basically depending on the program. So like Microsoft Leap, they have, it's similar to like a boot camp, I would say. It's, if I remember correctly, it's 16 weeks, and it is just teaching they're like, again, I could be completely misunderstanding, but it's like a 16-week like high intensity boot camp. My LinkedIn Reach is a longer program, so it can be up to 5 years, but you are placed on a team. Pinterest as well, you're placed on a team. Airbnb, it's split. You are learning, but then you are placed on a team. Visa, how they did it was there was I think they also had a boot camp / educational period. Like I think that was a 14 or 15 week period, and then you had a chance to be hired by Visa itself. So it's this really great opportunity for career pivoters. And like I know, again, you can chime in if you would like. For some of my community members, they are actually going through these interview processes right now, same as me, or they have just learned about it and they're going to apply next year. I do know that there were it's an interesting time right now. But yeah, so that is what an apprenticeship is. Also, thank you, NATO. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Corporate. I am so excited for you that you got to experience that. And I'm excited that I get to experience it now too. And oh my gosh. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely, so the thing with the apprenticeship programs is usually, if you look online, supposedly, again, this is just what looking online, like what Google and AI spit out to you nowadays, and who knows, because like these companies don't publish the numbers. But supposedly it's, most of these apprenticeships are actually hard, like really hard to get into, because they get thousands and thousands of applicants. They usually only run one cycle a year, and they only take like between 10 to 20, 30 apprentices. So it's like super competitive, and like I actually don't know how many Pinterest takes in the cohort, but I know like LinkedIn 1 year took like 15 people. Airbnb, if you look online at articles of past apprentices experiences, they will say that they had a cohort of like 10 or so. I think Microsoft's Leap can be anywhere from like between 15 to 30. So, and like I know for LinkedIn LinkedIn, I know because I've tried 3 cycles and I have never had my essay read. I know that much because usually if you have your essay read, you are either rejected earlier or else sent like the take-home project. and then like people notice more traffic on their GitHub. I have not gotten rejected. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I've never received a rejection from LinkedIn Reach. My application just stays in limbo. so so I know, I think last year when LinkedIn was posting how many people applied, I think at one point there was 3,900 applicants, and that was like 2 days before the to tell them. So yes, that would probably get you through the filters, but would that get you a job if you can't pass their online assessment and their technical interviews? So the thing is though, Pure Sizzle, supposedly they're supposed to send out a mass rejection at the end to tell like everyone like, oh sorry, like we didn't choose you this year. But like if you go into the portal, so like if I go into the portal, my application from last year, even this year, until like a month ago, still said in review. What's a technical interview? Oh wait, you're not in the States, so I don't actually know how they do interviews over where you are. But like for us, for most companies, like you have to do the online assessment, which is why like with LeetCode, it's why so many people grind LeetCode when they're trying to find a job. I just like LeetCode. I just like LeetCode, but then because they're like puzzles to me. But then also technical interviews are where you are sitting with someone, and depending who your interviewer is, you could either be pair programming with them if they are somebody who is more collaborative, or they could just be sitting there and making you very nervous watching you code live. But didn't you transition in from your company? So I feel like that's a different process, right? Like you were working and then you transitioned in on the AI side, right? Like you were able to start doing projects and then they just kind of moved your game, right? Was that? And I'm not discounting the fact that you changed and got hired. I'm just, or did you get hired into a new company? I think I'm mixing you up with somebody else. I don't remember now. I'm so sorry, Pure Sizzle. Because I think also transitioning, that her code is beautiful and that was that. But also if I would tell them you're not working for them. That is very fair, Misty. Oh, okay. Wait, you didn't have to do a technical? So how did they just look at your, did you have a take-home project then? Or did they look at your GitHub? Or like how did they know that you had the skills? I think that's what a lot of the technicals are. So again, depending on your company, the company and the interviewer. So some companies do the whole LeetCode thing, but then there's other companies that just want to see your problem solving skills. So I felt like the two companies that I interviewed for had very different experience. They were very different experience to me. I have to explain your interview. Okay. You don't have to explain it right now, but yeah, feel free to explain it to me over DM if you'd like, or you don't have to if you don't want to. Hi Israel, welcome in. Okay, I'm going to, and knowing what you're saying is usually enough for me. Yeah, I think also though it's hard too because let's see, you're GOAT. Like with Python, like you are just amazing, and honestly, you know like Python like the back of your hand. So I think for you, you are like at a whole other bar. But I do know senior devs right now who are going through the interview process right now, and it's tiring. It's so tiring. I think like the last time I checked in with my friend was they had done like 5 online assessments and like 4 technical interviews, and basically like interview fatigue is a real thing. Interview fatigue is so real, guys. Like, I just remember hearing, like, oh yeah, I did really good. And then the next one was like, yeah, I did okay. And then the next one was like, I just completely. And like, also, it's really hard right now. It's so hard for everyone. Oh, so your company did their research. Okay. Hi, Stoned. Welcome in. Yeah. And who knows? You might love it in the UK and decide, hey, I'd rather live here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where you are at right now if you wanted to move away from where you're from. I feel like I remember you mentioned that once. Okay, okay. I was like, I feel like I remember you mentioning that once, but I was like, I don't remember completely. Guys, I have to admit, my brain is really, like, my memory is shot now. Thanks so much for the follow, Neo, Nate. I appreciate it. I love the UK, and honestly, I wouldn't mind living there. I would not mind living there. Okay, I'm going to. It's been an hour, and I have gotten nothing done. So I will be right back. I'm gonna first set this up. Okay, so first I'm gonna set that up. And then, okay, so I can create nodes. So this seems pretty. I tried the same challenge in Sharp, the language I've worked on most, and simply removing it brings my code from top 75% to the 40%. I don't know what do you mean guard condition? I don't know what that means. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. You just went to England for a few days. And you could see yourself there. I could see myself in Japan. But also England. Also Korea. Mostly any place that has really good public transit. Where you don't need a car to get around. Check to make sure it wasn't multiple. There weren't problem guarantees. Yes. Oh, interesting. The guard should check that they're interesting. You would think that removing it would speed it up. Okay. So reading nodes and store it in the dictionary. So I would loop through descriptions. 50. Wait, 45 pound in the UK? Hold on. I don't remember it being that much. Are you talking about like the long, are you talking about so they have the underground, but they also have like the, I want to, it's not the light rail, but it's like, okay, so I don't think that is the underground, right? That's like the high speed, or like that's like the long range, or whatever one. Is it the underground? But also, how far does he live away from the airport? Oh, interesting. 'Cause, yeah, I remember like taking the underground was like maybe 2 pounds when I went, and then it was like when I had to get from London to Cambridge and I took the train, I think it was, or did I take a bus? But I think it was like 30 pounds to get from London to Cambridge. Buses are cheap. And then I remember like going from UK to France on the train was like 100 euro. And that was round trip, I think. Yeah, I think it was a round trip 100 euro. And then separate out. No. Ed. Or actually, that would be Val, right? And Val, child is left. So separate out the child is. So once you get to Chili's though, it's only going from, okay, so I'm also wondering if it's just like the airport tax. You know how, well, I don't know, but I know like if I were to take public transit or taxi or anything to the airport, it's like 4 times as much as if you were to stop like right before the airport. So I think people joke about like airport tax. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Are only 50 cents? Yeah. That's really affordable and that's really nice. I think so if I were to commute from where I am, I think it would be about $25 round trip. And connecting trips are free? Wait, what does that mean? You end up paying $1 a day. That sounds so nice. Like even Japan wasn't that cheap. And I found Japan's um public transit like super affordable. I think like round trip for me is like $25. Yeah. And join a new one or bus. I think that's Korea. I think that was like Korea. But that sounds nice. That sounds nice. But I guess another question is, do a lot of people use the public transit there? I feel like not enough people use public transit where I... Okay, so good here. Okay, so separate out. Node is val, child is left. Okay, then we're going to create the node. Create the node by checking if is left. Is left, so that would be 1. Then assign child to left node, else assign child right. Take val for add val node to dictionary. We also want to keep track of the head because we're only pulling because we're only pulling the... I'll have to figure out how to do that. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to do. Okay. Add val to node dictionary. Oh, wait. So would we want that first? We don't have parking near the opposite. All public stadiums. See, I like that. I really like that. I don't like how there's so much parking and so much traffic by the stadiums and cities, and like I don't like how reliant we are on cars, to be honest. I would say I am not new. I have been learning for on and off 4 years now. Why is that? Do I sit does it sound like I'm new? I'm doing okay. How are you? I'm really tired. I'm really tired, but I'm doing okay. How are you? Okay, so then add node. We have to do a check. So where would we check? So we're creating the nodes and storing it in a dictionary with the value of the node as a key. So we would keep track of current head so we know what to return. how this update. So we would loop you're new to we would loop through descriptions, okay? And then we would separate out the node descriptions into the value child is left. So we would want to check if, okay, so yeah, we would get so we would check if child val in dictionary, and then if it is, we would reassign child that, ooh, but no, we shouldn't have to do that. But we would want to do that because here, so we would reassign child to that node. Val in already made node. Okay, so then create the node or place the child by checking if is left, and then assign child to right. Add value node to dictionary. Okay, how would this work if current head okay, so if current wait. Check if current head is child. Reassign current head to val, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, because we're not changing child at all. Child will already be built. So basically, if current head is child, we know that that value will be the new head. And then that way, we should eventually just get to the top, right? Because yeah, so 20 is the current head. And then we get to 50, and then we have child. No, so the ordering is not guaranteed, which is why I am doing it this way. Because basically, with logically speaking, if the current head will never show up as a child, or the head will never show up as a child, but basically, even if it's so like let's say right here, so 1 2 1, so 1 is the current head, child is 2, okay, so current head to the next one is 1, and then we know that child is 2, so we would know current head value child. So we need to see if the head, right? Check if current head is child. Child val in dictionary. We also have to check. Oh, yeah. If child value is in dictionary. Yeah, so 2. So child value is in dictionary. So we would just add. Oh, wait. We also have to check if current head is in dictionary. Or check if val in dictionary add oh, okay. Hold on. So this should be child. Okay. My brain is like, I know what I want to do. Yeah, it's not that it breaks my logic, it's that I also need to check the value. Thanks so much for following Knackerbags. Thanks so much for the follow, Red Queen. Yeah, so give me 1 second. I need to also basically check. So I have this dictionary right now, right? So I have. Okay, and then I have 1 who is left. Okay, so I have 2 here. So now I have 2, 3. Oh, okay. So we would have to add the value and the child. So, so we would add already. So then we're at 2. We need to check if 2 is in the dictionary. If it is, what does val mean? Just the value of the node for now. It's the first item. Also, hi, Lazy. Okay, I'm gonna hit a focus mode really quick. I was supposed to do it like 30 minutes ago, but I never did. And yeah, give me 1 second because I know what I want to do. It's just getting things. Wow, hi Howling. Uh, did you do this daily yet? What are you doing right now, anyways? In the middle of it? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hit a focus mode and I will be back. The lang you're using is bad. C++? Actually thinking about it, guys, I might postpone doing my own projects and I might redo a lot of these problems that I've solved in the past with Java. I think that would teach me really quickly the syntax. Okay. Thanks, LB. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. So, if we were to add... So first, let's move this over here. Okay, so we have a dictionary. So if we were to add 1, and then we would add the node value. Right, so that would be 1, 1, 2. And then we would also do 2, and that would be none. Right? So then, so we would want to add the value and the child. So basically, we would want to, okay, I can use get. I can use get. Sorry, I'm not focused. Hold on. Focus, not bad. Why Java? Do those problems that are more designed in Java? I'm gonna need a list then, Howling. You're gonna have to give me a list. Python is my first language that I would say, proficient in. Is that the right word? Proficient? Conversational in? Okay, I'll be back. I will focus for real now. Okay, be right back. So, if I do get... Oh, okay. So I could do basically none, right? So we would add that. Yeah, okay. So we would add that. Then we would do the next one, which is 2, 3. So then we would get um 2. We would need to tie it back to 1. We would need to tie this back to 1. How would we do that though? Because if we have 1, then what if we talked about the children? So this is a binary tree. So what if we were to do so how would I tie it back to 1? That is the question. So we know 2. So can we find a node by value? No. That doesn't like the most efficient way. So we need to tie this here. How do we tie this here? Do we have to have 2 dictionaries? So if we were to have 2 dictionaries, right? And then we would do 1 is head, then 2, 1, the parent, right? So then if we are at 3 now, so if we're at 3 now, so 3, none, right, child, and then so we would want none, 2, oh wait, hold on. No. If I were to do a node 2 and have that be the node with none as a child, if I update that node, should it? No, I don't think so. Just kidding. I don't think so. So none Done 3. So we would update that particular node to be 2, and then we would update this. So then we would also pull 2 and find out, okay, is there a head to this? If there is, we would want to pull that node and then add this particular node here. So this would be like this. But then that doesn't, I don't think that works. So I think we would traverse it at the end. So we would go through this and then we would traverse it and then, okay. I think I'm going to stick with this. So then 3 is 2. Okay, and then we would go down to 4, right? And then if this is none, so 4 is added to the dictionary automatically and it's none. And then we find the parent, and if it exists, then we would update this to be 4, none. And then this would be 4, 3. So then we would traverse through here where we would find the node that has none. I don't know. I'm confused now. I think I'm overcomplicating it. I feel like I should stick with this. And then see what I get. Because I feel like that is... Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this. And see what I get, guys. See what I get. Oh my gosh, wait. Chris, thank you so much for the raid. Oh, wait. I don't think I shared the news with you, Chris. Oh, okay. Hold on. I am starting my new job on Monday. Still haven't made. I think. Wait, hold on. Do you knit? Hi, Turing. But thanks so much for the raid. Wait, what company is that? Okay, I signed an offer with Airbnb. So I am joining their apprenticeship program. I thought it was super recognizable. Like I don't even yeah, like I thought it was yeah, that's the logo. You've never used Airbnb. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if it needs to be red, here. If it needs to be red, guys, is that better? Is that better? No. Hi, Muffin. Okay. Do I hold on? Somebody asked the question, are you working this out from, have you looked at a working example? Are you talking about working code? So I'm trying to figure out the logic myself. So I understand how binary tree universal works. I am just trying to figure out how to keep track of the head. I know. Thank you. And this is like, this happened immediately after your pep talk last time. But yes, go have fun gaming. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Cardio. Yeah, it's been their logo for as long as I can remember. Yeah, it literally happened, I want to say, that week after that pep talk. So you were good luck. I'm gonna say you were good luck. But yes, go relax, go game. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Let me... Because I know it's just building the tree after I've gotten the nodes. So that is the question now. But I am pretty sure that this is what I want to do. Pretty sure. Oh, my baby monitor turned off and I don't know when it turned off. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure she woke up because she's on the edge of the bed, like, head hanging off. I've never used... Oh my god, please mug me. So I really like how minimal it is, though. I really like how minimal. Because I have seen some of the Fang Company bags where it is written out their brand, their company. So I feel like that is more... What should the current head be? 1. Because 1 will never be a child. The best bag is Amazon. Wait. I haven't seen that one. You prefer to look as broke as possible? Yeah, Tizoid. So you know that because right now that's how my logic is. Do you know that? So that's why I'm trying to figure out with this is the child, right? So that's the child. So we know that this is still the head. No one's deaf. Goodness. Yeah, but then 310, that would mean that 3 would be the top. Because 1 can't be... So 1 won't be repeated. These are unique values. So if 1 is repeated, if 1 is the child, that means that 3 will be the head. Nowhere, because you never leave your office or you never leave your home. So I get that, and that's where I'm trying to figure out how to check. So basically, that's where this comes in. This 2 is already in this dictionary, right? So I'm trying to figure out how, and I know that the head doesn't quite work completely yet. Like, I know that I am agreeing with you, but I need to see where because I'm having a hard time. Basically, this right here, I've already seen it. It's already in the dictionary. So I already know that this will not be The head. Okay, Turing, to be fair though, if you are somebody who lives in that area, you wouldn't leave anything in your car. If you're from out of town, that's just silly. That's just silly. Why would you leave something in your car? But also, I don't want to park uh in any of those areas, so I'm trying to figure out a way where I don't have to park in any. Thanks for the follow, Deb Alex. I appreciate it. Okay, so I know that I would want to have close dictionary done. Okay, so then if you know, you know. I know. Oh my gosh. So I was talking to one of my friends, and like, so I don't know how many of you guys used to follow me where I had all of my stuffed animals, my background, and yeah, so I like stuffed animals. I have since stopped buying them because with a kid, you only have so much space to keep stuffed animals, right? And for a kid, like I have more stuffed animals, there's room in the bed, basically. Let's put it that way. So, my friend was like, "Oh, why don't you put your stuffed animals in your car?" And I was just like, "That's just asking to be broken into. Like, keeping anything in your car." I also worry just about having a car seat in the car too. Like, I don't know if that's a thing that would cause people to break into your car because that's something in your car. So I'm like, I'm actually really worried about that. So that's why I don't want to park anywhere where I know it would be questionable with having the car. Okay. So, and then we also do bed. This is for script. Val. File. File. Per. Per head. So we would want to child. So we would want to we don't even have to do if is left. How do I access? That is the question. I think this would be tree node, right? That would be so we would do is it node equals tree node? Is that it? I don't actually remember. I don't remember. Print node. Hold on. Yeah, because we would want to start, right? Yeah. Maybe. Hi, Light. Welcome in. Okay, thanks, Sally. I was like, I know I need to start a new node. Okay, so we would want, if is left, we would do, oh, and then node.val equals node val. Okay, and then we would want to do node.left equals child. Also checking if so I want child to be the whole freaking node. So we have to check if node dot or sorry, if node dictionary child or dot get child, then we child Hold on. You've had a node, everything. Howling, I don't know what you mean. I don't have I don't have to pass what? solving is a very positive way of putting it. It's more like struggling. It's more like struggling through it right now. Okay. Actually, hold on. Need to add the... Okay, how did I figure this out? I had it figured out where... So I have one. And then this is 2, 9, right? So actually this should be... Oh, okay, just kidding. That should be 1, 2, none. So this should be the node 2, right? Because we would want to take 2, we would want to have as 2. Okay, hold on. I think because then this would be tied to this. If we were to take this particular node to tie it to that. If I am correct, because the nodes are tied together. They're pointing to each other. So this is the next node. This is a child node. So if we attach this to there, if we update this part, this should update. But how do I call node is the thing. Like, how do I create a node? So I don't have to have this at all? Is what you're saying? I'm so confused. So what I had is right, correct? Okay. So okay. Just wanted to make sure. I don't want you guys listening. Eat my pudding. Okay, so I think I didn't understand that because I've only handled binary tree code. So I've never had to pass an argument. Okay. So, creating nodes. No. I'm not touching recursion again. Recursion has completely scarred me since my last interview. I'm not using recursion. And Zampai, I don't know what an A star algorithm. Okay, so I'm also going to make child a tree node as well. Recursion is just doing the thing again. I wouldn't have recommended this for a first. But I know recursion. Like I taught myself recursion for Minesweeper, and then Turing helped me understand it again for the Fibonacci, and like I get it, but like I completely is my audio volume low, guys? So this isn't my first binary tree. It's not my first breadth first search or depth first search or anything like that. Like I've done this before. I've actually done a good amount of binary tree problems. Oh, that's why I haven't been signed in. Like, yeah, I've done a good amount of binary tree problems. But yeah, like we did recursive merge sort too. Okay. Starting problems. I don't know. To me, it does feel too abstract. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get this, guys. I'm gonna get this. I'm pretty certain I just need child node. I need child to be tied to a node. Or like, yeah, child. Sorry, I don't want that. Child val. And then we would want child dot val equals child val, right? And then we would add child val to, so we would do node dictionary. Node dictionary child val equals child. So we'd keep track of that. So that's good. And then we would assign child. Okay, hold on. Just kidding. We don't want that yet. Hold on. So we're only creating that if yes. Okay. Because we know that the child is a node anyways. Hi, Cyclops. If you get no hits, not until like give me 15 minutes. Thanks for the follow, Hibiscus. Okay, so cannot access. Oh. Current head. We want this first. So okay. Hey, wait. Okay, we got something. So this would be 50, 20, left none, right is 17. Okay, so we're somewhere. Okay, so now we need to tie this back in where we are also checking for the node value in and adding it to. Okay, we're good. I got it. Like I'm confident I can get this because this is updating the way I want it to. So now we just need to find, right? Because this one updated, maybe, right? 50, 20. Oh, wait, it did not update. It did not update here. Why not? If is left, or if is left equals 1. No. What happened? 20. $17. Print is left and child val. Okay, so I'm rewriting it. It's right here. I'm rewriting it. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Oh, thanks so much for subscribing on YouTube, NY. I'm not good at handling memory constraints. Yeah. Hi, Stoned. Welcome back. Okay, so at least I'm doing something. I know what's going wrong as well. Right here, I'm basically rewriting over it. So I need to figure out why it's rewriting right now. Well, I know why it's rewriting right here. So 20, 15. So 20, I need to check. Okay. I need to check if node. Okay, so if node.get node val, then this would be node equals node val. Else okay, there we go. Okay, so what do I return? Furthermore, construct a binary tree and return its root. So we would return current head, right? Wait. Hold on. Wait a second. It's passing. I honestly wasn't expecting it to pass right away. Do I understand what I just did? I want this. Okay, wait. I don't trust that this isn't gonna break when I do a test case or do all the test cases. Hold on. Okay, test cases. Perfect. Thank you. Why do you give the same test case that they already give? Huh? Okay. 2080. Bottom left in the case window. Hold on, bottom left. Okay, well, next time I know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Thanks, Lazy. I will keep that in mind for next time, but I'm gonna be editing some of these, so... Yeah, no, I got it, Lazy, but yeah, I'm committed right now. I think I'm gonna time out on this one. Ooh, LeetCode button. Wait, is it not pinned anymore? No, it's still pinned. The problem. Oh, thanks, Turing. Okay, okay, guys. I'm gonna time out. I just know it. I'm gonna time out, aren't I? Yeah. Cannot be. Oh. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Can't be above. Has to be below. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Output. So right here is breaking. Y. 74. Okay, so is there walrus operator? I don't know what that means. Thanks for the follow button. I appreciate it. Okay. So this is where I was worried about the current head. So okay, so let's draw this out. Okay, so we have 39. We have 39 and we have 70. Okay. Then so right now our current head so I feel like we have to check if current So what if we did oh, wait, hold on. Wrong answer. Wrong answer where? Wait a second. Why am I getting told a wrong answer? All my test cases pass. Okay, hold on. I'm really confused right now, guys. Hold on. I'm really confused, guys. um. Wait. I don't know what to do. I'm returning current head. Okay, hold on. Okay. But I didn't change what I was returning. So, if I do it this way, it's accepted, right? However, there's this one test case, okay? So this test case is failing, and I know why. It's right here. Okay, now... What? Okay, so... What? I'm actually really confused right now, guys. Okay, I'm gonna refresh. Maybe something happened. Okay, there we go. There we go. So now, if I go like this, okay, if I go like this, there we go. Okay. No. It was just, I don't know what was going on. But I knew that this was what fixed it. This was what fixed it. So basically, if the node doesn't exist, then we reassign the current head. I don't know, but we have it on stream now. Somebody clip it. Actually, I can clip it. Clip it. I don't remember how to clip. How do I clip? Clip that. But yeah, guys, am I submitting this? Let me make sure all of my print stay. Okay. Do I want to submit it? Do I want to submit it? I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. All the test cases are passing now, though. But now I'm nervous because I ran into that bug. What if it's telling me that I passed, but I didn't really? Okay. Submitting. Wrong answer. 85. Oh, wait. This was... Hold on. Okay. 13... 39... Huh. Hold on. I think I get a rate for this before I start work Monday. What does that mean? 85. None, none, right, none. Okay. 74, 85, 82. None. So why is this? Okay. So, just out of curiosity, does that one? Yeah, it's still. Okay, so I know that this is not, but we also need to. Right. Wait. Okay, no. So I know why. I just need. The Tizoid, I know, like, I know what you're saying. So I do hear what you're saying, and I'm trying to figure that out now. Yeah, so I know where it's broken, and you're right. Like, I already acknowledged earlier that you were right. It's just, again, give me some time. Yeah. Give me some time to like work through this, cuz you did bring me that to my attention, and I do acknowledge that. It's just, yeah. Give me a little bit of time. Let her cook. Thanks, Turing. I appreciate that. Okay. So I know where it's breaking. Yeah, so I know where it's breaking. It's right here because this is not tied to anything yet. So right here is not tied to anything. But basically, I need to figure out how to get back to the uppermost head. And so right here, this isn't tied to anything. But then so I still had that check where if the current head equals a child, then I feel like, okay, 74, if that equals a child, so how do we keep track of all of the children. So would we keep track of all of the numbers we see and then keep track of all of the children? And then basically at the end, find the value that is not. I mean, that's a really scuff way to do it, but we know that the values are unique. And we know that basically if it's a child, so basically what I would do is I would do head sets and child sets. So basically every time we have a new node, we would add it to the head set. And every time we see a child, we would add it to the child set, and then at the end intersect it and find the item in the head. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at for doing that. But I'm like, I know that I'm storing the nodes. So I know that I will have the current node, like I will have the full node. Okay. I'm just curious if it's gonna work now. Okay. That equals sets. And then style set. Okay, I'm honestly just okay. So then we that out. Then we head. What am I doing? Head. Set dot add node val. Okay, and then child set add child val, and then okay, so then we would do head equals head set difference difference of child sets, and we would turn code dictionary head val. No, as a dictionary key. Hold on. Oh, that would be int, right? Or actually, no, this should be 0, right? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Print head val. I think it should just be dot index 0, right? Output. Standard out. Okay, hold on. Child, wait. Oh. We want to just add the child no matter what. No matter what, we want to add the child. We want to add the child because some of them we will have already seen, right? Yes. Okay. So now... yeah, all of this should be 1. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now... 0. Hi, Zemdo. Hi, Tiffany. That'll be 50 euros. Not anyone can lead a horse to water. And I figure it out. Sometimes it gets a little bit okay, hold on. I forgot the syntax for this. Hold on. Oh, okay. I knew there was an easy way to do that. You still have... I do. I actually interviewed with these on. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm all tangled up. Okay. So I don't think this is the correct way of doing it. But it worked. Does that count? Wait, does this count, guys? I mean, technically, I guess I don't need to do this. Current head doesn't have a purpose. I removed it. Well, I guess I didn't remove it from here. But current head doesn't have a purpose. Yeah, I commented it out. But is this sneaky or just messy? I'm scared, guys. I feel like there's a better way to do. I feel like it should be... But no... Yeah, I don't think there is a better way to do this. Because if I'm adding all of them to a child set... Oh, I guess actually... I can check if the node value is in the child set, and if it's not, then I could do... I mean, it's the same thing. Wait, there is? Well, it depends on what you mean by better, I guess. Oh, I meant like not having 2 sets and not doing the difference. And I am very well aware there is a better way to do this without having a set, but you know what? We'll submit it. We'll see. Hey. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that that was I'm actually kind of There's a neat way of using a bitwise operation. I don't even know what a bitwise operation is. Or I probably do, but I also don't know it off the top of my head. The bitwise operation. Find the sure. Let me do this really quick. Let me update my 219. That didn't do. 96 daily. Yeah, I can get it down to one set, basically checking if the node value is in the child set. If it is not, then reassigning. If it is, then yeah. Okay. Bitwise. Oh, like and or. Okay. Am I just telling you what I did? Wait, what? No worries, Tiffany. Thanks so much for stopping by. Oh, it's the same thing. Kind of. Wait, what? It's the same thing as what Lazy is telling me, or okay. Don't worry about Lazy. No. I used 2 dictionaries also. Oh, you used 2 dictionaries. So that was what I was thinking about doing up here. So I was thinking about doing dictionaries up here. Of using 2. So what the and the or and the phrase. So I've used and or, but not the and or. What trick? And Kaizoid. Also, I don't have disjointed trees. I think you were mentioning that before. So all of my trees are, or basically my head is tied to the whole tree. Just did one pass to construct the tree. So I did one pass too. Yeah, so I did one pass as well. And then I did the difference of the 2 sets. So if a node didn't have a parent, that's the root. How did you know if it had a parent though? The input tells you? Yeah, I get that the root will never have a parent in the input, but I think I'm having a hard time visualizing what you mean. Like, you're going through the tree. How do you... Are you talking about the second dictionary? Are you... So, did you do a dictionary like this? Where... Oh, I guess you can't see it. Like this, where you basically assigned the... This to... Okay, okay. So... I basically was going to do it the same way you were going to do it. Okay, so yeah. Right here. So I basically was doing it, was approaching it the same way, and then I abandoned the second dictionary. And then I used set instead. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Iterative. Bitwise operation to operate on the binary references. Each bit is a 1 or 0. Yeah, I don't think that's not gonna happen. You did iterative as a challenge? Yeah, I'm like, wait, how would recursion? Yeah, bitwise is not happening. I'm actually kind of proud that I was able to figure out quickly, once I ran into that failed test case, how to... I am interested in the future of learning it, but right now I am going to be completely honest with you, not happening. I did the AC. Why is my volume so low? But it doesn't... That's weird because I'm looking at OBS and my volume is on. Like, it's hitting yellow. You think recursion is easy? Recursion is not easier for me. Okay. I'm trying to think of how recursion would even work. Because isn't recursion the same, like, idea for iterative? It just is shorter. Yeah, I'm curious. Submission. Yeah, I feel like fastest solution is similar to how I did it, I think. Node equals none. Nodes that. Yeah, it's just that they used one set. Oh, I could have done that. Okay, so I learned something new. I could have passed in the value. Okay. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. I used to. Did it stop working? Yeah, I used to have closed caption set up. And it shows with Twitch I do. Just send your solution. I did. I did. I think... Yeah. So... well... Okay, so that's how they just used one set. And they looped through it again. So they looped through it twice. And they have one of the faster solutions. Okay, so I am glad that other people used set as well. Like, that kind of makes me feel like, okay, my intuition is decent. My intuition is decent. Like, are you building an ad? Y'all doing the same thing. Oop. For parent, child is left. Parent not in nodes. Nodes, parent equals. Okay, so I don't get that. So this is... So that's and or? Root and or parent? Using maximum chaos. What? Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. No, not even gonna read that. It means root equals root where is exclusive or. Okay, so root but exclusive or, so root exclusive or parent. So how does it know which one? I think I'm confused as to huh? So I see root exclusive or parent and root exclusive or child, but I think I'm having a hard time understanding. Well, right now, knock on wood, I am hoping that I will have at least 5 months without interviews. Okay, one observation is okay, and 0 is false, right? So if it's Turing. You're fine, Howling. And the key. I'm pretty sure Turing just allowed that to go through too. The key is to recognize the root is the only node that is not a child in the set of all nodes. So if double count all the final result of the root node. I think I'm still confused. I don't think I'm gonna understand this. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna understand this tonight. Or for a while. Yeah, like it sounds really, really cool, but my brain is like... I'm so confused how it's keeping track of the children that you just mentioned, like set of all the children. When I'm looking at your code and am I missing it? I don't see a set of like a children's set. Hi, Busy. Yeah, so I'm definitely not gonna get that. It's property. I'm gonna look up this. I have, so Baby Bunny has a engineering book like with buttons and stuff, and then there is exclusively or operation, but yeah, outputs 1 true only are different, inputs are the same, it outputs false. Only way to get it is some basic. Okay. Do I know my logic gates? I don't even know what that means. Okay, wait. Hey, Turing, some people are chaos and they want both. There's actually drinks now that have both coffee and tea in it. So I don't think that works anymore. Okay. Well, if you're doing exclusively or with the number. Okay, so if you're asking, the main thing is to understand why XORing a number with itself returns 0. Hold on. Wouldn't that be because it's not either or? It's not one or the other. They're both true. So then they're false. Yeah, so I get that. Like, I understand that. Yeah, so to answer X metrics, 0, 0 is false. 1, 0 is true, so that's 1. 0, 1 is 1, so that's true. 1, 1 is false, so it's 0. So I get that. So I understand that. I'm trying to understand. Okay, I'm gonna copy your. Let's. Okay, so. Do I know how any number binary? But. Okay. And then, so I think I'm still like, so we're going to, okay, we're gonna draw this out. We're gonna draw this out really quick. We have this up here. Okay, we're moving this down, back down over here. So if x is 3, then binary, it's 1, 1, base 2. Okay. Okay. If you do 1, 1 above another 1, 1. That would be false. Okay, so hold on. Not in nodes. So we have parents is 1, child is 2, left 1. Okay, so okay, so I don't know bit number or like, yeah, binary numbers so well. Have a good night, Vizzy. Okay, so so 1. So right now, what do we have for roots? You have root is 0. Okay, so right now we have root is 0 equals 0. Okay, so okay, hold on. So we have root is 0 or, and then we're going to do, so does I guess the question exclusively or use binary numbers? Or, because I am seeing, okay, so I am seeing, so that's root and parent. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay, so it uses binary numbers automatically. So this would be 0, right? Like this. See, I don't know this. Now I learned something new. Okay, so root is 0, and then so this would equal 0. or sorry, this would equal 1, right? So now root is 1. So I guess we're gonna do it like this. Okay. So do I do 0, 0 first? Yeah, it's like 0, 0. Okay. So do I separate them? So like 0, 0? So I guess, would this be like this? And then like this? Okay. Zero, 1. So is it like addition where I would do, wow, that's okay. So here, is it like this where this box goes together and this box goes together? And then it would be 0, 1 like this? Okay. Okay. So then I think my kid is awake. Like, I hear whimpering. Okay, so let me see if I can't write this out so I can maybe remember this. Okay, so we have root or parent. So that would be 0 or 1, right? And then so root would become 1. Right? So we have that. So then we also have the child, which is how to write. That's 1, 0. That's 1, 0. Sorry, that's 1, 0. I know that. Okay. So then we would have 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, right? And then that would be root equals 1, 0. Freedom, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. It's tricky to step through the whole example. It's easy. My kid is totally awake. I can hear her whimpering. Gosh. Okay. So it's easier to see why any number x exclusively or with itself cancels out to 0. But I guess the question is if you have the root, how does it and it becomes 0. So like this problem, right? The one that I failed out of. I guess I'm confused because the root, wouldn't it reassign the root to 85 when 39 or 38 is the head? So I think I'm still confused. Okay, so I'm still confused because you keep mentioning the set of all children, but I don't see a set with children in here. If that makes sense. Like that's why I'm so confused. Because you mentioned set earlier and then you said you didn't need a set, but then you're mentioning set again. Okay, root is being used as a cumulative value. Okay, I'm gonna put that into AI to explain that in words like I am dumb. Because I can't visualize it. It's not just storing one thing, it's updating and carrying information from the previous steps. +1, +2, +10. Okay. Okay. So you would subtract, 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 subtract. Okay. So basically, exclusively, or if it's false, it subtracts it, is what the trick is, right? Hold on. Let me see that again. So if it's exclusively or... Okay, so this is actually supposed to be 1. So right here would be 1, 1. No, sorry. Yes, 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 because it would be 3 now. Okay, I'm gonna go through this. And I know you said that it doesn't really make sense. Hey, Polly, did you change your name? Okay, so we are at root equals 11. Is your name Polly? No, howling. Howling. I'm okay, anyways. Okay, so then sorry, 2. So then we are at 1, 1, and then we're also at 1. Oh, wait. Okay. So not in nodes. So add the child. Then you subtract the child again. Okay. So this is what your code is doing. We're at root 11. So we're going to do 1, 1, 1, 0. And the root will become 0, 1. Okay. And then we're back up to, if node, wait, that's not. Okay. So parent, if parent is not in nodes, so we know that parent is already in nodes. So we are not going to touch 2. And then child So root. Okay, so then parent was already in nodes. So then we're going to do here. So we have 0, 1, and then we have 1, 1. And then so we're going to have 1, 0 now. So that's 2. Okay, and then we're going to go back, and then we're going to have 1, 0 because we're redoing the parent, or we're redoing the child. So that would be 0, 1. Okay, and then we're at 3. So 3 is in the, so 3 is, oh my gosh, I see it. Okay, so 3 is in nodes, so we don't touch that. 4 is not in nodes, so we would go my brain just like stopped. So that would be, actually we would need 0, 0, 1, so that's 1, 0, 0, right? So then we would go, that's child. So then we would go 1, 0, 1, right? So that's 5. Okay, and then we would remove from 1, 0, 1, 100. So that's 0, 0, 1. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I see it. I can see it. That's actually really cool. Definitely, if you hadn't walked me through it, I would not have gotten that. So you giving me the challenge of trying to do it bitwise, I would not have understood that. However, I do understand it now. I do see, and that's pretty cool. Okay, sorry, 1, 0, 0. That's 4. So 4. No, I do see it. Okay. I'm kind of curious about recursion. I don't think it would really be. Let's see. What did chili? Tuna or what am I missing? Oh no. So Polly, I was asking if you changed your name because I don't remember the open street map at the end of your name. So yeah. I was just asking, and then Howling said me, and I was asking him if his name was Polly. Didn't know. Thought they were like, yeah, tuna is huge. Wait, have you never had tuna sushi before? Or have you had sushi before? You've never had sushi before? Wait, really? And if your sushi is smelly, then you should avoid that sushi place at all costs. Explain yourself and So, Purple, I tend to understand more if I like actively break it down myself and logically like figure it out myself. If I'm just told it, like, yes, I will understand it, but will I retain it? No, I will not. How fast do you think this will take me? Okay. California roll count. Oh my gosh, wait, really? So you've never had raw fish? Are you not a fish fan? It doesn't sound like you're a fish fan. Okay, Polly. Maybe. Maybe. Odd man. You need a basis of code so that you'll have you asked to. Sorry, I don't think I understood everything you just said, Purple. Fish fillet. I can't do fried fish. I can't do fried fish. Fish sticks, fish and chips, like I can't do it. Like, no. Like the texture gets so gross and mushy. Like, no, I cannot. Absolutely not. If I'm doing binary search, it doesn't sound like you're completely new. I'm not. I've been coding on like the past year and a half, 2 years has been like grinding a lot, but I've been learning for about 4 years. I think we're a little bit confused on. I'm not saying like I'm a great programmer, but I'm also saying like I was able to resolve today's code without AI help. So like I feel like I'm decently okay. I'm not even gonna use the word good. I'm going to I'm gonna say I'm decently okay at breaking problems down to what do you call it? See, I can't speak. I can't speak. Oh my god. So, I think there's a little bit of a disconnect as to how much I can do sometimes. Like, yes, I was just trying to figure out this bitwise search, but yeah, I feel like I am decently versed enough that I can work through problems without so my thought on that is I don't disagree that AI is not going anywhere. You know, I agree. AI is going somewhere. However, I also know my learning style. Hi, Leet. Um, and if I'm not figuring it out myself, I will not retain it. Like, if I am just being told something, I will not retain it. Also, fish. Okay, let me see if I can't figure out this one. Okay, so and also I have a couple that I want to redo or finally complete. So I have this one. Count good numbers. I also have this one. Insert delete get random at 01 time complexity. And then I also have one. Oh yeah, this one. I think these were dailies that I attempted and just was not able to figure out. So, oh, I didn't mean to close that. Oh well. There we go. Okay. Purring is your favorite idea. Again, purple core. I think that there's a disconnect as to what I was figuring out. And so chat was talking about learning bitwise, and yeah, like we were working through that so I could visually see it. Okay, so given a non-empty array of integers, nums, every element appears twice except for one. Find that single one. You must implement a solution with linear runtime complexity and use only constant extra space. Okay, so the idea is basically using XOR. Is that how you say it, Terry? Lazy? Is it XOR or is it pronounced a different way? Kind of like how, now I can't even. XOR, okay. Thanks so much for the follow, Oblivious Olive. Okay, okay. Without AI is crazy. Are you talking about me coding right now? Okay, so basically, we're going to take what Lazy and Turing helped me see, and we're going to loop through. We're gonna loop through the nums, right? How big is it? Every element in the array appears twice except for one element which appears only once. So we would do so we would want a set. Okay. Yes, I am. Okay, and then we would also have results 0. I guess also the question is Are you talking about the current one, single number, or are you talking about the binary tree? And then I want to see, I closed out of it. But I want to see how you converted it. Where did your... Oh my god. Where's your solution? X-Men. Okay. Oh. Okay. No. It compares it in bitwise automatically. Okay. The one in the topic. Hi, Abu. How are you? Still didn't get what they... Using XOR or... I know. So you're talking about the binary tree one, right? And then also, let me... So... Purple core, I didn't do XOR. I didn't do XOR in the previous one. That was somebody else's code for me to understand. Go. So that one, are you returning the parent? This one seems... Oh, this one's much easier because you're not traversing through a tree. Okay, so results. So basically, if we're num in nums, so we would want to add it to... Actually, do we even need the set? Because we know that it shows up twice. Yeah, we don't need a set. So we don't need a set. We would do for num and nums, or sorry, results equals 0. So for num and nums, we would do results and or number. And then we would also do... Actually, we would... No, we wouldn't. Yeah, because... Yeah, every number shows up twice except for... So that should be... Right? Yeah, because I don't need to do a set. I don't need to do anything like that, because if every number appears twice except for the one element, which appears only once, then this would automatically remove or cancel out that number. But I'm also scared to do this and have it like time out. So we're gonna look up test cases if anybody has any. Does anybody have any test cases? What website? It's linear. I know it's linear. I think this thing is use only constant extra space. Oh wait, I guess saving it as oh okay. That would okay. I was more worried about memory, but I'm like looking at this and it's being stored. Yeah, so we're good. We're good. Yeah. Okay, we're good. I'll be so sad if I... Okay. Hey, hooray. Okay, that's a pretty cool trick. I will say this. That's a pretty cool trick. Now, will I remember this? Probably not. But I think I also will. I think I'll remember it in the way that I know it exists, but will I remember exactly how to do it without having to look it up again? No, probably not. Any solution where you like odd one out as... Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Okay. Hey, I learned something new. Thanks, Lazy. And I'm actually pretty proud that I was able to figure out the other one without, like, it didn't take me 5 hours. Actually, I think I did it pretty quickly. I think I was talking a lot today. Yeah, so I'm gonna remember that, Lazy, when you have odd man out to remember XOR. Okay. Okay, guys. What website? LeetCode. It's the problem is pinned. Would you guys wanna raid somebody playing a instead? Because she raided me a while ago. Looney. And I would like to that is streaming Dota right. Yeah, let's raid her. A raid and but yeah, we're gonna raid because I would love to repay that raid. And she's never on when I am streaming ready to raid. So that's the plan. Okay. So if you are a follower, and this is for Twitch, if you are a sub, then we're going to trade. Thanks so much for the follow, Purple. Thanks so much for the follow, I'm so butchered that. Okay, if you have not yet, remember to hit that heart on both YouTube and Twitch. I appreciate you all. Also on YouTube, if you content, give a thumbs up. Heads up, the next month is gonna be sporadic. I know the past week and a half has been sporadic anyways, but the next month is gonna be sporadic. I start my new job on Monday, so I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm also going to be baby bunny for a long time during the day, longest I've ever been away. and it will not just be one day, it'll be constant. So I don't know how I will be emotionally wise as a parent, so I might want some time with her. So yeah, like I will try to stream. I will give updates. I need to talk to my manager about how much I can share, but I will try to stream. I will try to be active or whatnot, but I am not making any promises. Just for the next month, July hopefully will be a little bit better. But I appreciate, yes, I am a parent. I coded and programmed a whole baby, and I am currently pushing updates to her. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Bye. Are we raiding? Did the raid not happen? Oh, it did. It did. Okay. No, it didn't. Did I raid? Oh, I did. I did.